welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, out to the dugout. We thought we'd take a seat on the old bench today and ride the pine for a minute and just kind of reflect on a little bit of baseball. Coach, it's been a minute since we've been out all the way back before spring break, and I believe we had a Friday game with Upson Lee.
That's right. It was game 3 with Upson Lee. We already won the first 2, and so it was game 3. It was here at our place. And
now Upson Lee's got a good team. We talked about that, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody knows about Upson Lee, they're gonna play you in ball.
Yes.
Whatever day on the field, on anything.
Yes, we played well. We played really good. We won that game 11-2. Our guys come out, swinging the sticks. In that ball game, E.J. Holmes was 1 for 3. He actually scored 3 times. Bradley Wilson was 0 for 0, but he walked all 3 at bats.
How about that?
Yeah, he got walked all 3 at bats. Tyler Franks was 2 for 3 with a triple and 3 RBIs. Brody Slaughter, you're going to hear that name a lot here during this conversation. That game, he was 3 for 4 with a double and 5 RBIs.
Aren't you proud of him, Coach?
Dude, he is playing unbelievable.
And he's an encourager to everybody on the team, isn't he?
Yes, sir. He sure is. He's a good leader. He just really, he's passionate about the game, passionate in practice, doing things right, and he's just a wonderful kid.
That's how, before you go any further, Coach, that's how you win, ladies and gentlemen. You practice just like you playing.
Yep.
You can't come out and practice, Coach.
That's right.
Halfway, and then go out and think you're going to perform all the way.
We practice. We put as much pressure on them in practice because we want the games to be easier than practice. So we put as much pressure on them as we can.
Yeah.
Find those buttons to push.
Yeah.
and that's when you build a character. Is when you put them in situations that, okay, if he really focuses right here, he's going to be successful.
Yeah.
But if he's not focused, if he's not mentally tough, it's going to hurt him, and it's going to show.
Yeah.
And we do that in practice with them, and that's when we really build them as a person, not just as a player, but as a person. You got to stay focused in every aspect of your life. It don't matter if it's with your family, with your friends, with your teammates, in the classroom. You got to stay focused, and if you're not, you're gonna slip up sometimes, and that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
But learn from that mistake.
Yeah.
We use the phrase here, FIDO, F-I-D-O. Forget it, drive on. Forget it, drive on. And we do that in practice. We'll make him have some FIDO moments. Where they got to, because it's gonna happen in the game.
Like you say, you know what buttons to push as a coach.
That's right.
That's important. So take note on that, rec coaches, parents who gonna work with your kids. If you don't want to put in the time practicing, you can't be successful during the game, during the competition.
And we stress to the players too. We when we correct you in practice, don't take it personal. We're just trying to improve you as a player and as a person. You got to be able to take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I'm where I'm at today because I had some men in my life that laid the hammer on me.
Yeah.
Jimmy Brown, my father. I love him. I just absolutely love him because he showed me tough love. A lot of people out there call it discipline. My dad called it tough love.
Yeah.
And did he want to do that? No. Nobody wants to discipline their kid. But he knew what my best interest was.
Yeah.
And I never doubted how much love my dad had for me. And you talking about, I gained more respect for him for showing me tough love. Now, at the moment, I was like, I can't stop. Why's he getting on me? But after the fact, once I go back and look, my dad knew what he was doing. And it was, I'll never forget when he used to have to whip me. He would always tell me, son, this is going to hurt you more than it hurts me. I'm like, what planet is he on?
Yeah.
He's fixing to spank my behind, and he's telling me it's going to hurt him more than it does.
Yeah.
When I had to discipline my own kids the first time.
Hurts your heart, man.
I bawled.
Yeah.
And I called my dad. I went, I know what you was talking about. He's like, what are you talking about, son? Dad, I got it.
Yeah.
When I had to, but I've seen my boys, my own 2 boys, grow from tough love. That I've had to show on them, and
you bring it onto the field like that, Coach. You earn the right I've said it many times, Coach, and I truly do believe it in my heart of hearts, that you earn the right to get on to a kid. If you don't show them love, if you don't care about them, it's not going to mean anything when you have to discipline them.
Right.
But you earn that right because you care about them, and then they listen to you.
The way you earn that respect.
Yeah.
And this is what I've learned, coaching and everything else.
All right.
When I get on to a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I get on him hard, for something he's done wrong.
Yeah.
And I tell my coaches this as well. The first time they do something good, you be the first one. Over-exaggerate positive joy. That's what I'm talking. That's it. That's what I'm talking about right there. So not only did you get on them,
Yeah.
but then they immediately get positive out of you too.
Yeah.
And so they get both sides.
Yep.
So they can't say, Coach is always on me.
Always on me.
I'm not always on you.
Yeah.
You do something wrong, yes, I'm gonna point it out to you.
Yep.
But you get it right, I'm gonna be the first one to praise you.
Yeah.
So,
But we left off with Brody.
Brody. Yep, Brody was 3 for 4 with a double, 5 RBIs. AJ Mathis was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs.
Yeah.
And we ended up with 7 hits and 11 runs in that game and 10 RBIs.
7 hits, 11 runs.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
good stuff, man.
Yep. So it was good.
So you swept them.
We swept them. Colvin Scott, our game 3 starter,
Yeah.
threw another gem. He threw 5 innings, struck out 7, and gave up 2 runs, 2 earned.
What year is he?
Sophomore, 10th grade.
Yeah.
And Jake Helton, senior,
Mm-hmm.
pitched the last 2 innings,
Oh,
gave up 1 hit and struck out 1. And he has done a phenomenal job with us, this year.
Yeah,
You're
go
going to hear that
Jake.
name again, too.
go Jake.
So that takes us to spring break.
Yeah, now spring break, Coach, was not so much of a break. We
No.
took a break on the bats, I guess, and had arrows, didn't we? Because if I wasn't on TV, I'd probably spit when I say Mary Persons. I'd like to spit right after every time I say that word. But anyway.
Well, last year's spring break, we did the same thing that we did this time. Mayor Persons came down here for a doubleheader on Monday, and then we went up there on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that gave us the rest of spring break off.
Yeah.
So we did the same thing this year, just flip-flop. So we went up there for 2 games on Monday of spring break, and then they come back to us on that Wednesday.
Yeah.
Bats-wise, we were great that day. We swung the bats well. We hit the
Okay.
ball hard.
Okay.
We lost the first game 10-8 in 11 innings. 11 innings.
Scored 8 runs and lost.
And lost. Yep. But when you play the game of baseball, to be successful, whatever team hits the best, whatever team pitches the best, and whatever team plays defense the best is normally who's going to win.
Yeah, man.
And normally you got to have 2 out of those 3 in order to be successful.
Sometimes 3.
We were successful in one of them.
Yeah.
The other 2, man.
Not so
Game 1, we struggled, pitching wise.
Yeah.
And then we lost game 2, we struggled fielding wise. So it was just, we're dealing with 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
they're kids, but it's amazing how God takes something that was a bad day and we have really flourished from it because it humbled us. It brought us back to, put things back in perspective for us.
Yeah.
So
Coach, we said before, you learn more about yourself when you lose
that's right.
than when you win.
We did. But that game that we lost 10-8 in 11 innings, Parker Woods was 2 for 6 with an RBI. E.J. Holmes was 3 for 5 with a walk. Bradley Wilson was 1 for 4 with 2 walks. Tyler Franks was 3 for 6 with a home run and 3 RBIs.
That's great.
Brody Slaughter was 3 for 6, a double, a home run, 4 RBIs in that game. Sam Reiner was 1 for 5. A.J. Mathis was 2 for 6 with they didn't have any RBIs. Carson Estep was 1 for 5. So we hit the ball. We hit the ball hard that game.
Yeah.
And normally the way this season's been going, you give our pitching staff 8 runs, we're gonna win the ball game. But
Yeah.
it was spring break, and I told the guys, I said, look, we just got to take that as a bad day for us,
Mm-hmm.
and don't dwell on it, fido it. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in that game, we walked 11 batters and hit 3 of them, and it wasn't that Mary Persons was hitting the ball. We just
Yeah.
giving those free passes.
Yeah.
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 And So that was just a bad day.
Yeah, you feel like you beat yourself.
So then we go to game 2, because that first game lasted 4 hours. So then we go to game 2, and in that game, we had a hard time fielding it. We just didn't field the ball very well. Made a lot of uncharacteristic, errors.
Yeah.
And that's, we talked to the guys afterwards. That's where this mental toughness has got to come into play. We just lost a hard-fought game, 10-8 in 11 innings. You turn around 30, 45 minutes later, and we're playing again. The same team. Mm-hmm. Mr. Mojo's over there in their dugout, and you playing at their place. You mentioned Mary Persons. We know the rivalry we got with them.
Yeah.
We ended up losing that game 17-2 in 3 innings. We just didn't make plays.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's really humbled us and really put our focus back into practice. And that Tuesday we had a great practice out here. We really did. Highlight of the game that we lost, Brody Slaughter was 1 for 1 with a double and 2 RBIs. So he is, kept on track. E.J. Holmes was 1 for 2, and that was only 2 hits we had in that game. So that took care of Monday of spring break.
Yeah.
And then we come back and had a great practice on Tuesday, and then Mayor Persons come to us on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
And we got some instant revenge back on them. Colton Scott pitched a complete game in that game 3. We beat him 5-0. Colton ended up striking out 5 and only gave up 2 hits. So he really, you talking about a sophomore with ice water in his veins. I mean, It was just, we had a great crowd out here, being spring break. It was loud. Mary Persons brought a good crowd. I mean, it was a good ball game.
Yeah.
In that game, E.J. Holmes was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Brody Slaughter, 2 for 3. Sam Ryan was 1 for 3. A.J. Mathis was 2 for 2 with a home run and 1 RBI. Carson Estep had a sac fly for an RBI.
All right.
And Paul Kellum was 2 for 3 with an RBI. So it was nice seeing our guys come back, on that Wednesday. And that kept us in the hunt for the region title. So.
Yeah. Hey, on that note, Coach, we're going to take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back. This is the West Lawrence Baseball Coaches Show on TV 35.
Hello, I'm Brad Grimes with the City of Dublin Natural Gas Department. How to recognize a natural gas leak. Look, some of the signs of a gas leak include seeing bubbling water, or dead or discolored vegetation in otherwise green area, or disturbed soil, or a dense mist above the pipeline. Listen, a hissing sound that is near gas lines, appliances, or meters that could indicate a leak.
Hello, I'm Eric Cates, Field Supervisor with the City of Dublin Natural Gas Department. How to recognize a natural gas leak. Smell. The distinctive odor of rotten eggs. Natural gas is an efficient, safe, colorless, and odorless gas. For easy detection, we add a harmless chemical to give gas a distinctive odor. Most people describe the smell as rotten eggs or hydrogen sulfide-like odor. Leave. Don't delay. Get away. Leave the area immediately and move to a safe distance away from the potential leak. Avoid using any sources of ignition such as cell phones, cigarettes, matches, flashlights, electronic devices, motorized vehicles, light switches, or landlines, as natural gas can ignite from a spark or open flame, possibly causing a fire or explosion. Natural gas is non-toxic, lighter than air, and displaces oxygen. In severe cases, if not used properly, natural gas can also lead to asphyxiation. Do not try to identify the source or to stop the leak yourself.
If you think you have a gas leak, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Call us at 478-277-5048.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're sitting in the shade today, kind of taking it easy, taking a load off. Coach, you know, spring break's supposed to be a break. Did you go anywhere with your family? Did you take some time?
We did. We went up to Stone Mountain and, you know, enjoyed, you know, the day there, and went to the laser show, and we spent the night up there. And then, you know, we got up the next morning and went to Top Golf, you know, and had some fun up there and come home. So it was, we had one rule while we was gone. We could not talk about baseball. So it was, we enjoyed it.
Coach, that's good now.
Yeah.
And you have to have time for your family. You believe in family.
Yes,
family
sir.
first.
Family first.
The Lord first and family, you know. That's part of it.
And I stressed that to the players, you know, and I mean, they knew the schedule, you know, ahead of time. You know, that we was going to be, you know, play Monday, play practice Tuesday, play Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then you had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, get away from the game. Go. Enjoy your family. Go fishing. Go play golf. Go, you know, get away from it. Put it down. Don't throw a ball. Don't swing a bat. You know, get your juices, you know, filled back up. So it was good.
So you took the break. You came back. You had a game Monday.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We actually practiced on that Sunday night, which we don't have, you know, mandatory practices on Sundays, but it's voluntary. And
everybody showed up.
Oh yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's always a given. You know, Coach, what time we practicing? Well, we'll go at 6 o'clock. Yes, sir. We'll be back from the lake by then. Good, wonderful. You know, so that's the great thing about these kids, man. I don't have to get on to them for not being here or showing up late. You know, they understand what we're doing. We give them a schedule way ahead of time.
Yep.
You know, so they enjoyed it. I mean, they come back, you just see the life in them.
Yeah.
You know, coming in, getting ready for practice.
Yeah.
You know, you could just tell that, you know, that it was filled back up.
Yeah.
It was they were chomping at the bit. So we went to Spalding.
Yep.
On Monday.
All right.
Wade Brantley started. Wade pitched 4 strong innings, struck out 4, gave up 4 runs, but only 1 was earned. Jake Helton come in and pitched 2 innings. He pitched great. He's, you know, struck out 2 guys in those 2 innings. And Bradley Wilson, he pitched 1 inning and struck out 1. So that was a good ball game for us. We ended up winning 5-4.
Wow.
Highlighted in that game. Let's see. Bradley Wilson was 1 for 3 with a walk. Tyler Franks was 1 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs. In that ball game, it was in the 5th inning. We're going to the top of the 5th.
Yeah.
And we're down 4-3. And Bradley comes up, gets a base hit, and then Tyler comes up, 0-2 count. 0-2 count. They hang him a curveball.
Yeah. And
he hits it over. He pulls it down right field line and hits it over right field fence. So that put us up 5-4.
Man, that kid has played well. Franks has.
To be a sophomore, he's played well.
Sophomore.
Played well.
I mean, you talk about some athletic kids out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's performed game after game for you, though. And you have, you have several kids, several young men who really played up.
Very much. Well, they're growing up right in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just from hard work, discipline, good character, and God-given ability.
And that comes from home.
Yeah, it does.
That comes from home.
Yeah,
we got some wonderful parents that are really, doing these kids, right at the house, of showing them tough love and, holding them accountable, and they're growing from it, and we're reaping the benefits of it. I mean, it just makes our job easier.
And Coach, just pausing for a moment, you see some kids who have all the athleticism in the world, but they're not coachable.
Right.
They don't get it. They think they're right about everything. They're walking around with all that ability, and they don't know what to do with it because they're not coachable. They won't listen. And that's so important, ladies and gentlemen. You have to instill that.
That's right. You got to hold them accountable. They got to be able to listen, to take constructive criticism, and grow from it.
Yeah.
Don't make excuses for them. I mean, that's not helping them at all. They've got to know to respect authority, respect the adults.
Yeah.
And because they're gonna be adults one day, they're gonna want people to respect them and and listen to them. So
Yeah.
How do you expect something if you didn't do it?
Right. If you haven't
You know,
been
at a younger age.
Mm-hmm.
Back to that game.
Mhm.
Tyler Franks, once I said, was 1 for 3 with a home run, 2 RBIs.
Yeah.
Brody Slaughter, 2 for 3 again with an RBI. Paul Kellum had 2 RBIs in that game. Let's see. No, I'm sorry, he didn't have 2 RBIs. Colton Scott had 2 RBIs. He was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. But as you can tell, every game, you got some key guys that are getting key hits and stuff. But
Coach, how many sophomores you got in your starting lineup?
my starting lineup, 4, sometimes 5. Depends on who's on the mound, who's pitching.
Yeah.
4, sometimes 5.
How many seniors you got?
1 that's starting. We got 3 seniors on the team, but we have 1 that's starting.
Mm-hmm.
And then because you got Parker Woods a junior, Sam Reiner a junior, EJ's a senior, Bradley sophomore, Tyler's a sophomore, Brody's a junior, Wade Brantley's a junior, Paul Kellum's a junior, AJ Mathis a junior, Colton Scott's a sophomore, and Carson Estep's a sophomore.
Yeah.
So it's good. I mean, for these kids they've played together for such a long time, and they're not just on this team together. I mean, they're the camaraderie of this group. Away from the field, they're always doing stuff together. At someone else's house and this and that. So they know what each other's strengths are, and they know what each other's weaknesses are, and it's wonderful to see. You and our teammates, whatever my strength is, may be your weakness, and whatever your strength is mine. Is my weakness.
I hope so.
So it's just that's what a team does.
It is.
It is. And understanding what you can do up there at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to do more than what you're capable of doing. If it's something we need done for the team, get it done.
Yeah.
Know the situation of the game. Always be in the game. Always paying attention to what's going on. That's what we tell the guys. Just sitting over here on the bench. I know they want to play.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be on the team if they didn't want to play. But there's a thing about being a great teammate. You can sit over here on the bench and learn the knowledge of the game. You can watch. You can know the situations that's coming up. They know all my signs. They can sit there and look at the signs and understand why I'm putting on a bunt in this situation. Why, this one we're going to bunt for a hit. Because we want to not only we want to move the runners up, but we want to be safe as well.
Yeah.
And
So they learn the game
that's right.
from sitting here and watching everything, paying attention.
Yep. And I'm sitting over here talking about what we're doing this weekend, that next weekend. It's just it's good watching these kids over here. The dugout we got. We're out in the field. We're pitching.
Yeah.
They got to run on first. It's a key situation in the game. My whole dugout, their eyes are on that runner at first. So when that guy takes off, the whole dugout gone. That's just being alert. Just helping out the team. That's
because their day's coming.
when their time's called.
There are opportunities.
There are opportunities. That's what we tell them. Keep working hard. Keep working hard. When you get an opportunity, use it.
Yeah.
Take advantage of it.
That's right, brother.
That's what we tell the guys. Give me a reason to put you in the lineup.
Please.
Please. Yeah. You earn that through practice and what you're doing in games. Mm-hmm. And we got some very talented players that are sitting over here. That's because the guys that are in front of them are just performing better than them right now.
Right.
But we tell them all the time, you're one injury away from starting.
Yeah.
Be ready. Mm-hmm. We was up there at Mary Persons and Carson Estep's, finger. He got hit with the ball. I think it was up at Upson Lee, and it was bad. It was cut and it was bleeding and it just swole up and it was bad. He was able to play the first game and he come to me before the second game and said, "Coach, I can't go." He said, I said, "All right, next man up, Zach Thomas, Jr. Let's go, let's play." "Yes, sir. I'm ready to roll." And just having that. The mentality of being ready, preparing yourself every day.
Yeah.
You never know when an opportunity arises, and if you're doing things right and you're, preparing like you need to, when the opportunity comes, you take advantage of it.
Yeah.
that helps us as coaches.
That's right.
Hey, that joker's ready. He's ready. He's ready to play.
He's a player.
So if we need, and everybody's not going to swing the bats well every game, and we know that. You know, there's going to be some games where there's a pitcher over there that's going to be dealing. He just got your number. I mean, you listen to Chipper Jones. You know, there's throughout his whole career, he can sit there and tell you pitchers that he probably never got a hit off of. He's like, that guy just knew how to throw me. He just had my number. And that's just part of the game.
It is. So we took 2.
We took 2. We played last night, you know, right here at Raider Stadium. And Tyler Franks is on the mound again. And, you know, this is his time back on the mound since the Mary Persons game. And he pitched 4 strong innings, struck out 7, only gave up 1 earned run. Then Jake Helton come in and pitched 1 inning. He gave up 1 earned run. And then Bradley Wilson pitched the last 2 innings and struck out 1. And it was struck out 4. I'm sorry, struck out 4 in that game. And you know, it was great. I mean, we ended up winning 4-2 last night.
Yeah.
In that game, E.J. Holmes was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Bradley Wilson was 1 for 2 with a walk. Tyler Franks, like I said, he pitched well. Brody Slaughter was 2 for 3, another double and an RBI. He's just been on fire.
Yeah.
Parker Woods was 1 for 3. And Paul Kellum was 2 for 3 with an RBI.
All right.
And last night, you know, Spalding, it was 2-2. They brought in their big boy, their big lefty. The kid's already committed to Oklahoma State. He's good now. He's upper 80s. He touches 90, 91, you know, from the left side.
Yeah.
So when they brought him in the game, it was 2-2.
You started sweating a little bit.
Some.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Who hit him?
Let's see, in that game, once he come in the game, let's see, Paul Kellum had a base hit off of him. Then he walked a couple of batters. Brody Slaughter come up and hit that double off of him.
Yeah.
You know, right there in the 6th inning.
Yeah.
Parker Woods come up, laid down a bunt, and it's 2-2. We got the go-ahead run on second.
All right.
So we put the bunt on just to, you know, advance the runner.
Yeah.
Put pressure on their defense. Guy throws it down left field line, past the first baseman. So Logan Slaughter, who was running for Brody, you know, he scored.
Yeah.
And I put Parker at second. You know, so it's 3-2. You know, we got to run on second, still no outs. And A.J. Mathis come up. Hey, I want to go up by 2 runs. So we put on the sack bunt. So A.J., you know, they threw the first bunt down the line. Hey, let's try it again, see what happens.
Yeah.
They made the good play that time. But A.J. did his job, you know, moved him up.
Yeah.
So now we got to run on third.
All right.
You know, up 3-2.
2 outs.
At that time, it was 1 out.
Okay.
It was 1 out because that sack bunt was the first out.
All right.
Then Paul Kellum come up with 2 outs and smokes a line drive to left field, base hit. So he's a 2 out base hit. That's huge. That wins a lot of ball games.
Yeah, man.
To go up 2 runs right there in the 6th inning was huge. You know, so we go up, you know, 4-2, and that's off big boy. You know, it's throwing the ball well.
Right.
And then Bradley Wilson goes out there and does what Bradley does. You know,
Finished them off.
So we won the series with Spalding. We got game 3 tomorrow. You know, at Spalding.
Mm-hmm.
We've never swept them since I've been here. We have never won the series with Spalding since I've been here, and we've already won the series. Now we bring the brooms out Friday.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to sweep them.
Yeah.
That keeps us in the hunt because right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a 3-way tie for first place in the region. Mary Persons is 8-3.
Yeah.
We're 8-3, and Upson Lee's 8-3. So
3-way tie.
3-way tie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. We're going to break down who's won what and go forward on the Coaches Show here with Coach Brian Brown. You stay tuned.
If you're in the market for affordable transportation, come on in to Dublin Auto Sales. Getting to work, school, or around town every day requires dependable transportation. And that's what you'll find at Dublin Auto Sales, offering in-house financing too, so credit is never an issue. See Wayne Kemp or any of his friendly staff, Bill Topping, Alan Fields, TJ DeRochi, or Freddie Cook. Look for Dublin Auto Sales at 1705 Telfair Street and 406 North Jefferson, and also at 511 North Jefferson, where you'll find a great deal. Dublin Auto Sales, affordable transportation you can count on.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with you, and Coach, three-way tie with Mary Persons and who?
West Lawrence and Upson Lee.
Upson Lee. All right. Who'd Upson Lee lose to?
We swept Upson Lee, so all three of their losses were to us.
All right.
So we swept Upson Lee.
Only losses.
That's right.
And Mary Persons.
Mary Persons took 2 out of 3 from us.
Right.
So they've got the tiebreaker with us. We've
Right.
got the tiebreaker with Upson Lee.
All right. But who else have they lost to?
Mary Persons lost to Howard one game. They lost to Howard one game. They lost to us one game. And then Mary Persons lost to Perry last night. So that's where their 3 losses come from. So Mary Persons and Upson Lee haven't played yet. They play next week. So they got 3 games next week.
You hoping for the worst there, right, Coach?
I'm just hoping that nobody sweeps the other one. That's all I'm hoping for. I mean, it's
Yeah.
who wins 2 out of 3 doesn't matter to me.
Who you gonna root for on that night?
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, that's we just don't want Mary Persons to sweep Upson Lee, and we don't want Upson Lee to sweep Mary Persons. You know, so
yeah.
it's all we can do is control us.
That's right.
We know if we win Friday, and then we've got Howard next week.
Yeah.
For 3 games. We know if we win out, that keeps us in the hunt for the region championship.
So what's left? How many games are left?
4 region games left for everybody.
4 region games.
That's right.
You got 1 left with Spalding, and then you got
Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week with Howard.
What's Howard looking like? Ain't much to them? Or?
Howard, now their record, right now they're 1-10 in the region, but Howard, just like Spalding, Spalding's 3-8.
Yeah.
Their 3 wins were against Howard. So Howard has been playing everybody close. I mean, even last night, Upson Lee, beat Howard 5-4. So I mean, I'll tell you, our region is, from top to bottom, it's tough.
Yeah, it's always tough.
If you don't bring your A game,
yeah,
every time you walk out there on the field, you can get beat. And that's what we tell our guys. We got to be on our P's and Q's.
Yeah.
We got to dot our I's and cross our T's. But we can only control us. I mean, currently, right now, we're second. I know we're in a 3-way tie record-wise, but right now we're second.
Yeah.
If Mary Persons wins out, they'll win the region. We'll finish second. And then Upson Lee and Perry, depending on how they finish up, will be, 3 and 4. So that's what I tell our guys. We control us. We're home first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. So not to look too far ahead, Coach, but I know you pay attention to the other side of the region.
Oh, absolutely. As far as you talking about, as far as everybody in the
On the
whole
other
region.
side,
Oh,
on
yeah.
the other side, who you gonna face?
Oh,
if
the
you
playoffs.
first or second. Right.
Oh, the playoff wise.
Right.
Oh, we cross over with Region 3. That's Burke County, Thompson, Cross Creek, Richmond Academy, and Baldwin County.
Who's riding high over there?
Burke's on top right now. Burke's on top. I think Thompson's second. I think Thompson and Cross Creek are 2 and 3. And then you got Richmond Academy, I think is 4, and Baldwin's 5.
Yeah.
As of right now. So,
4 games left.
That's right.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got a Friday game here.
Friday's at Spalding.
All right, Friday's at Spalding.
We only have 1 home game left, regular season wise.
All right.
That's next Wednesday.
So you want to be ready to travel, fans.
Yep. We go to Spalding tomorrow night. Then we go to Howard on Monday. Then we got Howard here next Wednesday.
All right.
That's a 5:30 start. Senior night.
Yeah.
We'll start about 5:15.
All right.
And then we go back to Howard next Friday. So we got 4 ball games left, 3 on the road.
Yeah.
So come travel with us.
Coach,
Come travel with us.
bring your A game,
Bring
right?
your A game. Yep.
Yeah, we got to have it.
Yep.
Got to have 4 wins and pray for the best.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Coach, we appreciate what you do. We appreciate what you feed into these young men. We know you out in the community. You encourage young people in school, in the middle school where you teach, here at the high school, and wherever you go. And that says a lot about your character.
Well, I appreciate it. It's just being that, but you talked about community. You know, what better place to grow up? You know, I'm not from here. You know, I grew up in Elberton, Georgia. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a pleasure to be a part of this community. You know, watching my 2 boys, you know, not only grow as players, but they're growing academically, and most importantly, you know, their walk with the Lord. You know, with their spiritual growth.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Coach,
been
a
great.
lot of times people grow up in a community and they don't appreciate it as much as someone who moves into a community.
That's right.
And sees and analyzes everything. This is my family here. I'm looking at it. So it makes a difference sometimes.
Yes, sir.
And we appreciate you sharing that and bragging on the community, because it's you, ladies and gentlemen, that make the difference.
Absolutely.
But Coach, we appreciate the difference you make, most of all.
Thank you.
Right here. We appreciate you joining us right here on TV 35 for another West Orange Raider Baseball Coaches Show with Coach Brian Brown.
Yes, sir. Thank you.